This is Forge Daily with Mackenzie Barwell on the Forge Audio Network.
Forge fans, welcome back to another episode of Forge Daily. Today is September 19th, 2023. I'm your host, Mackenzie Barwell, here to give you all things Forge FC. Everyone was back out at Tim Hortons Field this morning, so I had a few guys to talk to. That said, most of those starters from Sunday's match took the day to rest and recover, so they did some work with our strength and conditioning coach, Jacob Miller. In today's episode, though, you will hear from KJ Tavernier, Woobens Pacius, and Beni Badibanga. So first, let's talk about potential playoff scenarios, because yesterday Halifax beat Ottawa 3-2, which solidified a spot for Pacific FC. Now both Cavalry and Pacific have secured a spot, but it has not yet been determined where they will fall in the standings. So, as we know now, the teams who finish in the top 5 will make the playoffs, but only the top 4 teams will have at least one home game. And then the team to host the final will be determined by the winner of that first and second placed team in the playoffs. More importantly, though, with that Halifax and Ottawa result, Forge is just 1 point away from clinching a playoff spot. They've got 3 games left, so still a lot that can happen. I'll knock on wood here. But this weekend's match is a win and you're in scenario. To start my post-practice interviews, let's hear from KJ Tavernier, because he was not only given the start against Valor, but also called up to the Canadian U17 national team. That was announced yesterday. I got his thoughts on this past week. Here was our conversation. First things first, what was the game day fit like against Valor? I just had to circle back there.
The game day fits, we have travel gear, so it's okay. This time is okay. I'm preparing for the next time. Like, this weekend, if I was playing,
right,
then I would come with something better, obviously. But, I'm not here.
I guess it's kind of like a cop-out, the away games.
Exactly.
Because I forgot there technically is no game day fit away game.
Exactly.
So
I got lucky there.
Fine. This is not the end of this conversation, just so you know. Okay, obviously, like I said, congratulations. I wanted to start by asking what exactly it means to have an opportunity like this to represent Canada at this level.
It means a lot, actually. Been putting in a lot of hard work, days, nights, early mornings, late nights, all that type of stuff, since I was a young kid. So to get this opportunity, it's only just a start, but it's a good thing to...
You've been prepping the autograph.
Yeah, I've that since a couple of years ago, actually. My dad's been telling me, practice the autograph, you're going to need it. So it's coming in handy now.
Okay, so you're playing 2 friendlies, right?
Against the same team, Brazil. It's a connecting flight, so it's a 6-hour flight and then a 7-hour flight.
Oh, geez. Okay.
Yeah, it's going to be a long day.
When is this again?
Saturday morning.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm done.
When I come back, we'll have some better game day.
Okay. Question also, do you know any of your teammates? Are you familiar with any of them?
Yeah, I know a couple of them. We've been friends. We've been played against each other and stuff like that. So
it's nice to have that familiarity then going into it too. Also, on a side note, you got your first start with Forge this past weekend. So do you think that kind of gives you a little bit more confidence going into playing at the international level now that you've been with the CPL?
Yeah, because the CPL it's a competition, bigger guys, older, all that type of stuff. So when I'm coming back to my age, it's not going to be easier because everybody's obviously still good and probably doing the same thing with their own teams and stuff like that. But it'll definitely give me a little more confidence to be myself, play my game, show what I can do.
Okay, good luck.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh, I'm excited. Of course, I also had to talk to Woobs because of his goal on Sunday. He's now in 3rd in the Golden Boot race for the 2023 season. He's also approaching Taryn Campbell for the all-time leading scorer in the CPL with 27 goals total. I wanted to ask him if those kinds of things motivate him, if at all, and how he's feeling coming off that win against Valor. Let me just start by saying I'm not going to take credit for your goal, but you were on the Forge Audio Network on Friday and you scored again. So, we're kind of on a roll here. What can you say about that?
Like we said last time, I think if we do it before every game day, I think we have a good chance to have a goal. So
yeah,
I think we should keep doing it because since we noticed it happened.
It's working.
So
Did
we should keep going.
Did Beni say you guys also have a superstition there?
Yeah, well, it's not really a superstition, but we always have that moment in our room when before we go to the bus, we pray together. Just
Decompress a little bit. Nice.
And then after that, we always have a good game since. So.
And Beni also buried one.
Yeah.
So let's go.
It's really good. He scored man of the match. I came in, scored, so you can't ask for more.
So now you're a couple goals away from the all-time leading scorer in the CPL, which is crazy. Obviously, you are for Forge, but that's nothing new for you at this point. Does that play a factor? How much does that motivate you, or if at all?
Yeah, well, a little bit of thinking is there in the back of my head, but it's not something that, I'm...
Constantly thinking.
Yeah, exactly. I just go game by game, goal by goals, and then at the end of the day, if I can score 3 goals every game, I'll try to score 3 goals every game. But it's not something that, I'm always thinking of. Of course, like I said, it's in the back of my head. But, I'm just trying to do my best every game.
Yeah. This past weekend on Sunday, you guys were down 2-1 at one point. But even Abu was saying in the press conference that he didn't really feel stressed. He felt like you guys were confident enough and had each other's backs that you would come back eventually. What do you feel like clicked more particularly in the second half where you were able to come back?
Yeah, I think, like you said, everyone was focused. Everyone was ready to go in the second half. I think the fact also that we changed formation helped us a lot. By having maybe more players forward, it helped us getting more occasion and then more goals. So I think it was a good effort from the team, and I think we should build on this for next weekend.
Okay, we'll talk on Friday, I guess, then, eh?
Of course.
Sounds good. And lastly, we also hear from Beni Badibanga, who I talked about yesterday. Of course, he had that impressive free kick winner. But you know what? His celebration really stuck with me. So today after practice, I asked him where he learned to do a backflip. And just listen to this, okay? Here's what he had to say. How did you learn how to do a backflip like that? Or were you a gymnast in another life? Like, you literally jumped and, did 4 backflips in a row.
First, when I was young, my big brother used to do this. I have a big brother, big cousin. They used to do this when I was young. And first time I did it, it was a winning goal on training. So I didn't did it on purpose. I was just laughing, and I did it. And since there, when I have too much emotion, I can do it if you ask me to do it like this here.
Can't?
No.
It has to be in the moment.
Yeah, in the moment, yeah. I have to feel it. If I feel it, I do it.
You just feel a backflip. You can just...
Yeah.
Okay, so you never had any training. You just kind of watched your brother.
Yeah.
Is that the go-to celebration for you then, or just kind of in the moment you decide?
I do it often. If it's a winning goal, maybe But if it's a goal like this, no, I have other things, and I fuck it.
So there you have it. I guess Beni can backflip whenever he's feeling it. He's had no training. It's just in the moment. So who knows what we'll see in future celebrations. That's going to be something that I'll keep my eyes peeled for. Now, one other thing before we wrap up the episode today, as a part of Hamilton Sports Group's ongoing commitment to local Indigenous communities, the organization has unveiled today plans to observe the National Day for Truth and Reconciliation. So this includes Indigenous-inspired logos for both the Ticats and Forge FC, designed by local Indigenous artist Kyle Jodick. Kyle spoke a little bit more about this design of the logos in a video that you can expect to be released later this week. But here's a little sneak peek as to what we might see later.
I didn't want to take too much away from that to have the identity of the team and the identity of Hamilton lost in the reproduction. But at the same time, because of the type of rollout this is, there is a necessity to have my culture and my culture's form of art at the forefront of the logo to represent us as a whole.
All right, on that note, we will officially wrap up today's episode. Thank you all so much for listening. As always, we'll be back with another episode of Forge Daily on Thursday. But don't forget, you can tune in to Behind the Beard tomorrow.
This has been Forge Daily with Mackenzie Barwell. If you like what you heard, please like, follow, subscribe, comment, and share.